Oh yeah, that was fun. Wait till the guys get back in here. Yeah, I clicked the button, I think. I thought I was just switching over to live chat, but apparently click the button. Yeah, I'm back. I never left, man. Everything's fine. I think I just accidentally clicked the button and ended the stream, to be quite honest. I don't know. Oh, was I glitchy? I don't know. Maybe it crashed because I feel like I was just clicking over from top chat to live chat and then it just ended. But maybe the mouse pointer lagged because the end stream button is right there. Oh, do I send out the link again? Pain in the butt. Martin, thanks for coming by. I'm doing good. Been fine, man. Just been doing, doing a little of this, a little of that. Alright, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. Switch to this for a moment then. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. You need to keep me away from the controls, apparently. Who do we got? TK Magic Shop. How you doing, TK? Ed came back. I thought it was me, but I guess it's random. It was. It was in fact me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Let's see. What do we got here? Let me go ahead and... I'm going to have to get up and just cut some foam up real quick is what I'm going to have to do. Not hot wire. Just, Alright. So, I want to make this piece kind of larger, but I hate when I work beyond the length of the ruler, because it makes things annoying. But I think I kind of might want something bigger than that. Let me see. Got this thing right here. still pretty big. Nah, it's not big enough. I mean, screw it. If we're gonna make it, we might as well make it. So, 22 inches. The ruler's 18 inches. Goodness gracious. Is quite a bit of real estate. 26. This is the problem. I want everything to be huge. I mean, honestly, this whole freaking board would be amazing. We get to a point though where it's ridiculous for the depth. So I think it's probably around 22 or 24 inches is where it makes sense. Oh, yeah, that's a good size. That's a good size. Because if I made it any wider, any angle I come at it with the camera, you're going to see the narrowness of it anyway. If I started making it longer and longer, it would be difficult to get a good shot angle anyway. So this is totally fine. Okay. Do I want to even bother about that edge in the back? Don't really. Don't really, but I'm going to. So we're going to go to the hot wire cam for a moment. Let me take a quick look here. What do we got? Thor, how you doing, Thor? Thanks for coming by. Duffman, that's what she said. A good size, but not overly huge. Exactly. It's just a floor, Duffman. We're just gonna make a floor, a stone floor, so I have something a little bit more expansive to take pictures of all these medieval style wood things I've been building lately, because everything I have is small and I can't put everything I built on it. It won't all fit in the rooms that I have. How to rule an asteroid. Always love when I catch you live. Thank you. It's always good to have you here. Okay. Hot wire? Hot wire. Wow, that's pointing in the wrong direction. Oh yeah, I'm gonna mess this up. I better not do that.
Perfect.
Pro tip, if you're ever cutting a really long board on your hot wire cutter on a crowded table, always make sure you have clearance before you start cutting. Because many times I've gotten through the board and then got stuck on something and jacked up everything. I think this is gonna work. I think this is gonna work. Thanos, how you doing, Thanos? Yeah, the Proxon is surprisingly sturdy for such a light tool. Oh yeah, done that, getting stuck on something in the way. Yeah, man, that is really annoying. Really, really annoying. So we're gonna make this super simple, square tiles. Easy peasy. Giant freaking, it's either a 5-foot, I think it's a 5-foot measuring stick. Where the hell is it? this is for like cutting drywall or something like that. But I was every time I build something a little oversized, I was always hating that I had to move the ruler or use a tape measure instead of being able to use a straight edge. Just cut across and make my life easy. But today, I get to make my life easy. Yes, thank you, Thanos, for hitting the like button. And thank you, everyone, for hitting the like button, please. So, I don't know, most of you probably already saw, I had a new YouTube video come out this week. Like a bonehead, I decided to go ahead and release it on Wednesday. Even though my audience graph shows that I have the least amount of people that watch my videos on Wednesdays, I was like, you know what, how important is this thing? Probably not that important. Let me just go ahead and try it. And yeah, that's the worst performing video ever. I mean, I don't know how many hours I spent on that video to get like 150 views so far. It'll pick up because it's evergreen content over time. People will watch it. But I'm definitely going to try to only release videos on Fridays and Saturdays in more prime time, because that definitely seemed like it did something. But if you haven't watched it, which I think most of you have, please go ahead and leave a comment on it. Maybe we can resuscitate the algorithm over there. Action Joe Figs, how you doing, Action Joe? Do I want to even mark this, or do I just want to zip, zip, zip? Yeah, so we're building just a really basic stone floor, square tile, super simple. But you know, if you're taking some toy photography pictures, simple is fine. It doesn't need to be super fancy. It's more about the texture and the look, I think, in my opinion, and then you can, you know, move elements around. Good night, Thor. Take it easy. Michael Dumas, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, Thanos. So last week I had this little, if Thanos is still in here, probably is. Last week I had this little Sculpey thing I made, and I held it up to the camera, and I think it was Fat Red said, are we on Thanos' stream? Because it's this little Sculpey, Sculpey chick. I don't know. I don't know what that was. It was just like some random shape that came out. So, unrelated to what I'm doing right now, I started reading a new book yesterday. I've had it forever, but I didn't read it. I picked it up at Half Price Books maybe a year ago. I haven't been reading, and I really need to get back into reading. My attention span has gotten shot to heck from short form media mainly, I think. You know, like Reels and Instagram, TikTok, stuff like that. But I'm trying to turn everything off and do a little reading before I go to bed every night. And this one is what I'm reading right now. It's real small, should be a quick read. Michael Moorcock, that's a name for you. The Ice Schooner. So, Moorcock is the guy that wrote the Elric saga, which super influential. I mean, you can see, if you're familiar with it, his stuff has been like, I don't know if you want to say copied, but it's, you know, definitely become part of the mythos for many things. It's where you got the ideas for order and chaos, kind of like in the Warhammer universe, which also, you know, like a soul-stealing sword like Stormbringer is from Michael Moorcock's Elric. And even like, you know, they say The Witcher, he does look a lot like Elric, although I don't think he pulled him directly from there, but it's obviously somewhat inspired. But I never read that one before, and I don't know, it's kind of fun so far. It's post-apocalyptic Earth, and everything is ice, and they sail these big giant ships that are on ski sleds basically, and all the cities are built into crevices. So think kind of like Mad Max, but an ice world, sort of. But it's more like Conan the Barbarian, Mad Max ice world. This is 1-inch thick foam. I have not been able to find half-inch in about half a year. So normally I keep in the garage, you know, a sheet of everything. I try to have one 8x4 sheet of pretty much everything on hand. And I am completely out of half-inch, and I haven't seen any for a while. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get some in for the springtime. Yeah, TK, actually a little too clean, honestly, for a stone floor. So I'm gonna have to mess them up a little bit with a blade. Lots of times when I do stone, I prefer cutting it with the blade to make it jagged. But because this one was a little bit larger, yeah, this is gonna look like, I don't know, maybe once I hit it with the aluminum foil, it'll give it some more character. Yeah, if you have the whole sheet, I think it's a good idea. I know people like the smaller sheets too. If you can get the project boards at like Home Depot, people like those because they're straighter. They don't have as many imperfections in it. The big giant sheets kind of have a little bit of a bend to it. It's not a big deal if you're doing just a floor and a wall, or just a floor, or building smaller things. But if you're trying to build like a 2-story building or anything with lots of walls and joints that are connecting to each other, that slight bend has a exponential effect, and it sucks. So people tend to like these straighter boards, but they're much more expensive, and I do so many random shapes and things that I use the larger ones mostly. Good to know. Love seeing the transformation. Yeah, that is cool to watch for sure. I'm working on 1/2 inch myself, but mostly because the 1-inch stuff didn't have flat edges. Off kilter. No, I usually don't see that. It's usually the factory edge is usually pretty straight, but anything's possible. Use the project boards from Lowe's. So from Lowe's Axion, you use Ed. You use the blue foam. Behind your couch. I have a whole sheet of 2-inch downstairs, and then I have pretty much a fresh sheet of 1-inch and a little left over, but no 1/2 inch. I have some scraps, like some small bits, half-inch scraps in my scraps area, but so doing this with the aluminum foil ball actually wears your wrist out. Like, it's kind of, so you gotta put a little pressure into it. For me, anyway, doing a small piece is easy, but something this size, I'm already like feeling it in my forearm. Hey, collecting bros, what's up? Thanks for coming by, man. Make a roller. Sure, make me one and send me one, bro. I know Ed laughs at that. Fat Red Foo always has these ideas. He's like, man, I got this great idea that you should do right now. Just go ahead and do it. Why aren't you doing it? Why isn't it done? What are you doing? A roller. Let's see. I don't even know how. I have a closet full of styrofoam, random packages, but I haven't had time or motivation to do anything with it for a while. You know what, Thanos? That I used to do that, but I kind of started going through so much of it. I was like, screw it, throwing it all out. And then, you know, some other stuff. I was getting so many boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff that everything piled up. I always save my packing material that comes in too, like, you know, the airbags and stuff. But then I was like, no way, dude. I still have two big lawn bags full of that stuff, but I could easily have like 20, you know? So you get to a point you gotta kind of call it off. If you make a foil log, it takes less time. Okay, that's a good idea. A log of foil. I've actually never done that before. I thought you meant like a 3D printed roller. I was like, what? A roller? But we're actually pretty low on aluminum foil. So aluminum foil is so freaking expensive, man. It's crazy. It's like $9 when I buy aluminum foil. But I'll try that out, man, for sure. I'll put that on the idea list. Dark portal diode. So wait a minute, dark portal. Is that a movie, or are you talking about like the Warcraft dark portal thing? Okay. Yeah, that would be cool. There's a lot of cool things in Warcraft that would make excellent dioramas. Pretty much all the buildings, even if you go back to like StarCraft or Warcraft 2, any of those buildings would probably look pretty cool if you built them out, you know, like the barracks or even like the village hut or any of that stuff. I thought about like maybe trying to do a StarCraft one, but you start looking at the models and you realize, well, first of all, the older ones are so pixelated that it's kind of not totally clear on some parts. Like, but you can figure it out. But it's actually like a lot of surfaces to fit together. The Warcraft stuff is probably a bit easier. Although like a Protoss crystal pylon would be pretty neat. All right, take a break from that for a little bit. 12-inch square piece of wood and texture it with pebbles. You could just press it on your floor quick and easy. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. I could probably just take the thing down into the garage, throw it on the cement, and jump on it a few times, and it would look somewhat textured. Although you do kind of have to press into it a bit. Fat Red's log of aluminum foil is actually a good idea. I've just I don't know if I've ever seen anyone do that before. I'm sure someone has. Made that shit up, yeah. The only problem I could see with it is it's difficult to get pressure. Like you need to press into it, and to try and do it evenly like that, you'd have to really kind of go back and forth a lot. But it still might be easier than going one at a time. I mean, if you just did like, you know, a couple of passes, it probably wouldn't look that good. You'd have to like keep rolling on it. Take a roll of pin and glue rocks to it. Yeah, that might work. I know what would work. I got it. Just like this. Figure out a way to attach it to the tip of a massage